Thursday night. Something's happened to little Mary Lee. Who could have done it? But poor Bubba gets the blame.
The dog's in the guts.
Too bad, because you have to pay the price when you pick on the Scarecrow. Charles Durning and L.A. Law's Larry Drake, Dark Night of the Scarecrow, part of Lock Your Doors Week. Thursday night on TBS.
Hi, this is Sam.
And this is Becca.
And we just got done watching Dark Night of the Scarecrow.
Yeah. Which
we learned about. It was on DVD at the April Ghouls Drive-In. And we tried getting a copy. They didn't have any Blu-rays left or DVDs left. Mm-hmm. They had a Blu-ray left, but no DVDs. And we ended up ordering it online. And we just finished watching it. It took 2 days for us to watch it the first night. We were way too tired from doing home improvement. But tonight we watched it, and I've never seen this. It's from 1981. It's a TV movie, a CBS TV movie. Mm-hmm. And it was pretty darn good.
Scary if you think about it for television back then.
Well, there's a lot of great...
That's why I'm saying back then was better.
Yeah, there's a lot of great television movies. Like, for example, Gargoyles. Or Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah.
This was a made-for-TV suspense horror film written by veteran novelist Frank DeFrelita. He also wrote Audrey Rose. Mm-hmm. And For the Love of Audrey Rose. And he wrote The Entity.
Well, there you go.
Yep. And so he wrote this. The script was... he intended this to be an independent feature. But the script was bought by CBS for television. Mm-hmm. And despite this, only minor changes were made in the play. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. In a small town in the Deep South, Charles Elliott Bubba Ritter, a large but gentle, mentally challenged man, is friends with a little girl named Mary Lee. Some of the townsfolk are upset about it, particularly the brooding, mean-spirited postman Otis Hazelrig. When she's mauled by a vicious dog and Bubba saves her, Otis assumes that Bubba has murdered and likely raped her. So Otis and his friends Skeeter, Philby, and Harless form a lynch mob. Bubba's mother disguises him as Scarecrow and puts him in a field. However, the bloodhounds sniff him out, and all four shoot their guns multiple times and kill him.
Kill Bubba.
They find out later that Bubba had saved Merrily. Acting fast, Otis pushes a pitchfork in Bubba's lifeless hands to make it appear as if he were attacking with a weapon. Mm-hmm. The vigilantes are released by lack of evidence and blatant perjury when they go to court. Suddenly, the Scarecrow just starts showing up. Mm-hmm. This was premiered on CBS October 24th, 1981, and was re-released on DVD as part of the Texas Frightmare Weekend convention. It came out on VHS by Key Video in the mid-'80s. It's really hard to find. There's a 30th anniversary Blu-ray that just came out, and then this one we have the VCI Entertainment. This is the first full-length horror movie with the Scarecrow as its centerpiece. While several people have copied it, mm-hmm. J.D. Feigelson is the creator of the entire Killer Scarecrow. Mm-hmm. He based Bubba and Mary Lee on Scarecrow and Dorothy.
I get it.
A brainless straw man and a brave girl have a relationship like love. The executioners or farmers are the four witches of the same book, with Otis' name and nature to the Wicked Witch of the West. Mm-hmm. So this movie only has a 40% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's a bad score.
Aww.
But I really kind of dug it.
I like it because if you've never seen it before,
yeah,
it makes you keep wanting to watch it.
Yeah, it was. There's some great sound design in it, and some really nice for TV. Like it's implied gore versus pure gore, which would probably be the difference.
Exactly.
If it was out, it's Charles Durning's in it, who you might remember from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and Tootsie. Mm-hmm. To Be or Not to Be. He was a major military. He won the Silver Star, Bronze Star, and Purple Heart. Did you know that?
No.
And he received the French National Origin of the Legion of Honor.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he had the Honorable Service Medal, Expert Badge for Rifle, mm-hmm. Combat Infantryman, Campaign Medal, Legion of Honor Medal, Good Conduct Medal. He was a major military guy. When he was young. Mm-hmm. But he was in he's a ton of movies, such as Sharky's Machine, which was on all the time when I was a kid.
Sharky's Machine.
It's a Burt Reynolds movie. He was in 5 different Burt Reynolds films, and then played the town doctor Harlan Eldridge on Evening Shade.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes.
I love that show. Who else was on that? Why can't I remember? Because it's been 40 years. It's been on.
I'll take a look.
Burt
Reynolds, Mary Lou Henner, Michael Jeter, Hal Holbrook, Ossie Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never watched it, but I know it was a big show.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Drake played Bubba Ritter.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you may know Larry Drake better
the dentist.
as Benny.
Dr. Giggles.
He was Dr. Giggles and Benny Stolwitz. He just died in March.
That's sad.
Yeah. He also was in Darkman and Darkman 2, Return of Durant.
Yeah.
Yep. And he had some health problems. He died at 67. He died of a rare form of blood cancer that caused his blood to thicken.
Aww.
Other causes of death were cardiac arrest, hypertension, and morbid obesity. He also plays Yahoo #1 at the beach in Karate Kid.
What?
Yeah, it was when he was first getting started.
Yahoo.
Yeah, it's what it says in the trailers. But yeah, Larry Drake, do you think it'd be weird to you if you were like, well, we want you to play another retarded person? Mm-hmm. And he was like, no. Mrs. Ritter was played by Jocelyn Brando.
She's been in a bunch of things.
Yeah, she was in...
I recognize her.
Yeah, her best known feature is she's Glenn Ford's wife in the film noir The Big Heat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her mother was a major leader in Alcoholics Anonymous as she was growing up. She was an actress, but she was blacklisted for years before signing a petition for peace and no more Cold War. So she was looked at as a... yeah. She ran a bookstore called The Bookman in Santa Monica after her death. She's in Mummy Dearest.
Yes, she plays one of, like, the leader. Oh, she plays the lady from Better Homes and Gardens or Good Housekeeping.
Yeah.
Who comes to interview her. That's where I know her from.
Yeah, the Red Book writer.
Yeah.
Yes, but it also says many fans believe that she portrayed the actress, but that's incorrect. Yet in the same Wikipedia, they say that she's in it. Jocelyn Brando.
What do you mean betrayed the?
Some people. Oh yeah, she is in it. Yeah, she is in it. She was also in The Ugly American too, which was a pretty big movie. Mm-hmm. Lane Smith plays Harless Hawker. Yeah. And, hey, we just watched another Lane Smith movie this week. He's Jim Trotter III in My Cousin Vinny.
Yes.
He's also Mayor Bates in Red Dawn.
Mm-hmm. He's the dad and son-in-law. He's
Perry White in Lois and Clark. Mm-hmm. And he was Coach Jack Riley in The Mighty Ducks.
Yes. He's... What's their team's name? I forget. He plays a mean guy.
Yeah. And he's in From the Earth to the Moon, the HBO series. His final film, he died of ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. And he was in The Legend of Bagger Vance as the last movie.
How long has he been dead?
He died in 2005.
Really?
Yep. But a tie-in to a previous episode of our show.
Did we record that yet?
Oh yeah, I'm editing it now as we speak.
Ah.
Yeah. Let's give you a little, what do you call it? Trivia. If you guys want to watch this movie, people listening, the whole movie's up on YouTube. But you know what? We were like, fuck it. We're going to order it. Mm-hmm. If you like this movie, you would also like Scarecrow, Night of the Scarecrow, The Boogans.
The Boogans.
Yep. The Prowler, Tourist Trap.
Yes.
And The Burning. I love The Burning, even though I know it's a horrible movie. I rented it when I was a kid for one reason.
Why?
Because Tom Savini did the effects. You may want to see it because Jason Alexander's first movie.
I know. And he gets his... seen Tourist Trap?
How many times have you seen Tourist Trap with Chuck?
Probably 400.
Is that Chuck Connors in that?
Yes.
The
Mr. Slauson.
And the film was supposed to shoot in 17 days. It was originally going to be 18 days, but one day was lost because of fire. Charles Durning did most of his own stunts when he's running from the tractor. A double can be seen for a few shots with darker hair.
I hope he could run. He says, I think I'm going to do my own running.
He couldn't throw a punch, though. I will tell you that. His punches are like how when wrestlers first start throwing punches, when you hit the palm of your hand to someone's chest, which no one ever does in a real fight. All the nocturnal scenes were shot night for night. Mm-hmm. While they did not shoot in Texas, J.D. Feigelson, the director, went to Texas and recorded the sound of cicadas. So it would sound like Texas. Oh. If you go back and watch when they shoot Bubba, 3 of the guns don't work. He liked the name Otis P. Hazelrig on a sign so much that he made it for the character.
Gotcha.
And Strother Martin was originally going to play Otis Hazelrig, but he passed away. Well, a few lines of dialogue suggested by him made it to the final film and spoken by Charles Durning. Mm-hmm. So if you know who Strother Martin is, he was in Cool Hand Luke, The Wild Bunch, Slapshot. I don't know what horror movies. He wasn't really in any horror movies. Mm-hmm. But he was a pretty famous character actor.
Yeah.
So he's in Nightwing, the movie about bats. And he plays Westinghouse in The Secret Life of Tesla that came out in 1980. Oh. Way before anyone really cared about Tesla. Now, if that movie came out, people would be like, yes. So there's a list on IMDb of thrilling TV movies. I think we need to check that out, and I'll tell you some of them, and we'll see if you've seen them. I'm loading it up. The Das Millionär Spiel?
No.
No. Tom Toll did it. No, that's not wrong. A Howling in the Woods.
Nope.
Listen to this. It has Barbara Eden, Larry Hagman. It is a disillusioned housewife on vacation in the woods is disturbed by her husband, continually trying to get her to come home, and more ominously, a mysterious howling at night. Duel? Have you ever seen that?
No.
A business commuter is pursued and terrorized by a massive tractor trailer, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Dennis Weaver. The Night Stalker. Yes, of course. The Stone Tape.
No.
A research team from an electronics company move into an old Victorian house to start working on a new recording medium to discover ghosts.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. This one has Eli Wallach and Robert Culp. It's called The Cold Knight's Death. They find out that someone other than them is with the primates in their polar station. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. A young couple inherits an old mansion inhabited by small demon-like creatures who are determined to make the wife one of their own. Of course, Trilogy of Terror. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
With Karen Black's in all 3.
You and I watched them.
Yeah, and Dan Curtis.
One of my wives is missing.
Yeah. Daniel Corbin's wife Elizabeth disappeared after they had a fight. Then she shows up, yet he insists the woman is not his wife. Dead of Night. It's a Portmanteau that Dan Curtis did. We never saw that.
No.
3 stories. One of time travel, one of vampires, and one of a mother wishing her dead son back to life. They said the same problem with Trilogy of Terror. The first 2 stories suck. The third one's great.
Yeah.
The Dark Secret of Harvest House.
No.
It's a miniseries with Betty Davis. A young couple moves to a quiet New England village only to find themselves mixed up in mysterious rituals. Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
No, I
I think Bonnie Bedelia's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deadly.
Well built.
Deadly Game.
No.
It has George Segal in it. Rehearsal for Murder.
You know what I do want to find?
Yeah.
When I was just thinking about this.
Huh.
Do you remember that Drew Barrymore TV movie, Doppelganger?
No.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was TV. It was either made for like HBO or Cinemax. But that was a good one. We gotta find that.
Huh. Never heard of that.
It's really good.
The Woman in Black. When a friendless old widow dies in the seaside town of Krythen, a young solicitor is sent by the farm to settle the estate. Citizen X, based on the true story of a Russian serial killer who claimed over 50 women killed. It stars Stephen Ree, Donald Sutherland, and Max von Sydow.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We like those people.
What's this Drew Barrymore movie called?
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger,
And I want to say the guy that was in it was famous too.
Gang.
It's either her or Alyssa Milano, but I want to say it's
Well, they were
Drew
both in movies about what's her name? Doppelganger, 2014. That's a TV episode.
No, it would have been 90 something. 94 or... Did you type in Drew Barrymore?
No, I did not. There's a 2000.
Look up her and look up her... Whatchamacallit?
Doppelganger Part 1. It's a TV episode. That's 7 days. Okay, so Drew Barrymore, you're saying?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Fans, you're part of this IMDb search. Mm-hmm. As we talk about Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
And look for Drew Barrymore movies.
What's Drew Barrymore have to do with Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, you might ask?
She could have been the little girl.
She could have been. What if you remade it? Mm-hmm. Here, Drew Barrymore.
You're under titles.
Yeah, I know. Well, I only like to look for titles.
Do her filmography or whatever.
If I look here. Mm-hmm. God, IMDb, you're so easy to use that right now. I might not be good at characters. Is it Drew Barrymore a character? This is where I'll interject the Saturday Night Live sketch. Drew Barrymore 1, that would be her. Producer Donnie Darko. Is that the Drew Barrymore?
No.
Yes, it is. She produced a lot of stuff. She produced the Santa Clara Diet. Her actress, 67 credits. So, Miss You Already, Blended, Big Miracles. This is around 1990, you're saying?
Early 90s, yeah.
Okay. Here's some of the horrible movies she unfortunately got forced into.
Because it might not be called that, and I might be...
Babes in Toyland, the TV movie. Far From Home. Poison Ivy.
No.
Waxwork 2, Lost in Time. She's a vampire's victim in that.
Yeah.
Gun Crazy. Doppelganger.
I was right!
She plays Holly Gooding.
Yes, but she plays 2 of them. That's the one I want.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about this.
93.
I'm going to tell you about this movie that sounds...
We have to find it.
This sounds just like I Know Who Killed Me, by the way. A woman moves from New York City to LA after a murder in which she is implicated. She is followed what appears to be her evil alter ego. She moves into room by room by a writer who begins having an affair with her. But after some strange things happen, he's not sure if he's in an affair with her or the doppelganger. Baby, this is the same movie as I Know Who Killed Me.
I don't care.
Which is one of your favorite movies. If you like this movie, you'll also like Far From Home.
All of her movies.
Irreconcilable Differences.
George Newbern, yeah, that's who's in it.
George,
the guy from the husband from Father of the Bride.
Oh my God, Sally Kellerman's in it. She plays a nun.
Yeah.
Jade Barrymore's in it too.
Yeah.
What other bad decisions did Drew Barrymore make?
Can we find where we can get this?
I bet we can go on eBay and get it right now. I think fans should get out and maybe get it for us.
Yeah.
Fans, if you're out there and you'd like to buy us a copy of Doppelganger, look at our Amazon wish list. We can start doing that like strippers. Like, we have an Amazon wish list.
No, and I go to sugardaddies.com.
Is that your new thing?
I'll just get them to buy us movies.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I do.
I'm not going to sleep with you, but you can listen to us review it.
I work for movies.
What's Drew Barrymore? I'm going to go through some other bad Drew Barrymore movies. Because she had a really good run of good movies. That Duplex movie is really bad, though.
Yeah.
Well, she isn't Freddy Got Fingered, but that jury's out on that movie. Home Fries. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Drew Barrymore movies and see which ones you like, okay? You ready? Mm-hmm. You didn't see Blended. Whip It.
Never saw it.
Music and Lyrics.
Horrible movie.
Fever Pitch.
Horrible.
50 First Dates.
Wonderful.
Duplex.
Didn't see it.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Wonderful.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Never saw it.
Riding in Cars with Boys.
Wonderful.
Freddy Got Fingered.
Wonderful.
Donnie Darko.
Never saw it.
Charlie's Angels.
Wonderful.
All of the Other Reindeer.
Never saw it.
Never Been Kissed.
Love.
Well, I know the answer to this next one. Home Fries.
Love.
Ever After a Cinderella Story.
Love.
The Wedding Singer.
Love.
Wishful Thinking.
Never saw it.
Scream.
Eh.
Everyone Says I Love You.
That's not part of that.
Batman Forever.
She's in it for 5 minutes.
Mad Love.
Yes.
Boys on the Side.
Yes.
We all know about that movie. Wayne's World 2.
Yes, she plays Jorgen Fjord.
Amy Fisher Story.
Yes.
Doppelganger.
Yes.
No Place to Hide.
Don't know.
Waxwork 2, Lost in Time.
Yes.
Poison Ivy.
Yes.
Cat's Eye.
Yes.
Irreconcilable Differences.
Never saw it.
Firestarter.
Yes.
Altered States.
Yes.
So, Let's. What's this movie called? It's called Doppelganger.
Yes.
Okay.
1993's Doppelganger.
We're gonna go on Amazon right now and add it to our Amazon wish list. Mm-hmm. We should have that. So I know this dude that wrestles, and he has an Amazon wish list, and he's always telling fans like, "You should buy me some stuff off my Amazon wish list." Like,
but then they have to know where he lives, don't they?
No, it hides it.
Oh.
Doesn't that seem like the kind of thing like sugar babies do?
Sugar babies?
Sugar babies. It's like solar babies.
Sugar mamas.
It's like solar babies mixed with solar babies. Why have we not done
You're
that?
my solar baby.
Hey, it's $2.99 to rent. It's $4.25 on Amazon.
I want it. Get it right now.
Okay, we're God. Well, when you guys hear the episode later,
Just buy the new one.
This one's right here. It's used good.
But that could be scratched and stuff. For 40 or 60 some cents more, we can have that one.
Added to cart.
Yeah, I want that real bad.
Okay, proceeding to checkout.
Yeah.
Oh God, now I gotta sign in. Do I remember my name and password?
DOE.
I can't remember if it's AOL.com.
Let's try it.
This is probably the most exciting episode we've ever had.
We're making purchases.
Yeah, I think this is my password. Hopefully, no, it's not.
How do you know?
No, it is. I was just thinking, like, I've had some bad luck with passwords in the past. Or my wife has gotten mad, like,
yes.
How dare that be your password? That's our credit card. Ends with that, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's one of your credit cards, maybe.
Yeah, that's... Oh, no, wait. Let's take
yours is like 6, 7,
fans.
8.
This one, that's it. That's our...
That's the newest one, I think.
Yeah, that's ours.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to read the numbers on the air?
Oh.
Okay. Placing order. There was one left. It will be here between May 20th and June 7th. Recommendations based on your order. Are you ready?
The Leah Remini book, yes.
Okay, no.
They know me. Look, and that's that.
The 5 Presidents. Yeah,
Isn't that book I just bought you?
Yes. Here's recommendations of DVDs based on your order.
Embrace the Vampire, yeah.
Embrace the Vampire. Mischief. Jim Sloss's favorite movie. Powder and Blue. Firestarter. Hot Tamale. Mad Love. The Gift. We already have.
I love that.
Celebrity Skin. Demi Moore edition.
Mm-hmm.
Demi Moore naked. My Boyfriend's Back. Mm-hmm. Why don't we have that?
That's
the
not
Ted
that
Bundy.
great.
Oh my God, we should get this for the other podcast. The Elizabeth Smith. Look at this. Ted Bundy. Elizabeth Smart. Oh my God, I'm gonna look at that. Bad Girls.
That's because she's in that.
Blame It on Rio. Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland. Reconcilable Differences, Special Edition. Mm-hmm. And Pieces. Why do I not own Pieces? This movie, I think this is a dream movie. It's the Ted Bundy story, the Richard Speck story, Elizabeth Smart story, and the Long Island Lolita, the Amy Fisher story. Oh my God.
I'd rather just have her movie.
Who?
Amy Fisher, because the other ones are going to be shit.
No, the Ted Bundy story has Barbara Hershey in it.
I don't know about that.
Speck. It's 1966.
66?
It's 1966. And Richard Speck can no longer suppress his urge to kill.
You sound like, what's his name from South Park?
Yeah, that was my impression.
Oh, then you did good.
Thank you. So what would you give this movie?
Night of the Scarecrow?
Yeah, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
I give it a B.
I give it a B-, but it's good.
It is good.
I think it
keeps your attention.
It's a quick movie.
It is.
You're going to go through it pretty quick. But that doesn't mean it's bad.
It's like a horror / Lifetime movie.
What other movies have we watched this week that we haven't reviewed? We watched Ted.
Yeah, I saw Ted for the first time.
And you really liked it.
I liked Flash Gordon.
You liked Ted, too.
Yeah.
And you liked that Flash Gordon was in it. There's a special Ted edition.
We saw it at Walmart.
And then has Ted as Ming. Has Flash Gordon and then Ted 1 and 2 on the same thing. When I met Sam J. Jones, name dropping, he said, "Yeah, I'm in some new movie. It's about a teddy bear." He said, "It's really weird, but I don't really know if anyone's going to like it." And I was like...
Everyone.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "It's about this teddy bear that comes to life, and him and this kid grow up, and they're in love with me." And I was like, "Uh-huh." And he's like, "Do you know who Seth MacFarlane is?" And I was like, "Yeah, Family Guy." He goes, "Yeah, it's weirder than that." And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I don't know why he wanted me to be in his damn movie." He goes, "But I'm in it." And he goes, and it was fun, but he goes, every time I thought, well, they can't put that in a movie. He would do something dirtier. And I'd be like, I'm not sure it would be in this.
But I love Flash Gordon because ultimately he's really good and has a good conscience.
Yeah.
And he just isn't up with the kids of today.
No, he just does coke and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was the 80s.
Coke was an oldie but a goodie. So you stick with it.
Do you stick with it?
Yeah.
It keeps you awake.
Yeah.
Is that what I have to start doing?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'm tired of watching.
You would talk more than you talk now.
I think it's possible. Do you know why I love our new DVD player?
Why?
Because it shuts itself off after 5 minutes of non-use.
And with us sleepers.
Yeah, because we often put a DVD on and take a little sleep.
Look at you, who's started to use stuff to fall asleep to. You remember when we first met and you said, you leave that on? And blah, blah, blah.
No, it's because you put on Halloween 2.
Yeah.
And then you would fall asleep and you did not have a sleep timer nor a thing that turned off your DVD player. And I would fall asleep and I would wake up to...
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
And my wife would go, She wasn't my wife yet.
It's like a nursery rhyme.
She wasn't my wife yet, and I was, of course, sleeping on the couch while she slept upstairs.
Sleeping in the couch in my room.
And I was sleeping on the couch downstairs while she slept
In another
upstairs.
house.
I never slept over in your house in the South Side.
No, I wasn't there for very long.
About a year.
Really?
Yeah.
But I slept over here a lot before then.
Yeah, but you just slept over.
Yeah.
My favorite times are when I'm like, I give you a kiss on the porch, and I would like make my move, and you'd be like, good night, and you'd like slam the door.
Hey!
And I'm like, oh, okay. I just drunkenly carried this girl back to her apartment, and she'd be like, well, I'm really tired, good night. And I'd be like, okay. That's later, now that I've been married for, I realize that when you're tired, you don't want a full-round adult with anything. You're just like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to watch TV. I just want to go upstairs. And once Becca rolls away from anything, she's going to sleep.
Hey.
And at the time, I was like, this girl doesn't like me at all. I couldn't figure it out. I'd come home, talk to Angela, and he'd be like, maybe you're not her type. Maybe she just needs to meet me. And then once
he sold the deal.
Yeah.
Says if you date my dad, you get this.
Also, whenever we broke up for a little bit, the other thing you sent me in the note, you said, this has been a really hard decision to do this because I'm really going to miss the cats and Angelo. But I just have to, that
was probably true.
And you said, but I can't, I don't want to go out with you because you don't pay any attention. Or you said you didn't return my calls for a couple days. So it'll be hard.
The world of Becca, that's...
I know.
Get out.
And so, I'll really miss the
animals.
the boys and Angelo.
Yeah.
But that'll be the hardest thing to get over. Lose my fucking number. And then I did, so I said, well, I sent you an apology. You didn't reply back, because at this point you had fallen asleep. And then I deleted your number. The next day I got a text from a 412 number. And it said, hey, how you doing?
I love you.
You want to go get some lunch? We hadn't said I love you yet. And he said, you want to go get some lunch? And I said, you told me to lose your number. Oh, you can't listen to me when I'm drunk. I love you very much.
I love you.
It was a little deep for the podcast. I don't know if people react to these dramatic moments that we have. Mm-hmm. Lose my number. I did.
I'm getting it put on a t-shirt.
And it worked, though.
Yeah.
There wasn't really any games played or anything. It was just how things went. We bought a lot of movies today, so don't worry about us running out of movies. And we got our first letter. What?
We did.
We did. I'm going to look it up. It's pretty exciting. Mm-hmm. We've been asking for fan letters, and we got one. Becca's like, is it somebody we already know? And I was like, what does it matter if it's somebody we already know? But it's someone we kind of know. I'm going to keep riffing while I try to find it. Like a responsible podcaster would have had this already and would have been like, doop, 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 and just gone right to it. Okay, so Friday we got this letter. It was a reply to our podcast about the drive-in. And it said, this is from Rob Brown. A few years ago, I worked several times on the film Abduction, which was meant to be the breakthrough starring vehicle for Taylor Lautner of Twilight fame. that didn't quite work out. Anyways, the kids' line readings were so bad, and I thought, it has to sound better once you get all the music and sound effects mixed in too, right? No, it was exactly that bad in the finished product. That movie is a BJ to Pittsburgh. It features a lot of really good, but really bored actors phoning it in and collecting a paycheck. And it might be a fun watch in a future episode. It's a mess. I was an extra in a variety of scenes, as well as Jason Isaac's doubles, and some scenes that were specifically filmed to fix continuity that still ended up not getting used. However, I was giving strong praise for my bomb placing ability.
Oh.
Let's look up and see. We're going to have a little vote here. Should we see Abduction? We're going to...
I want to see it.
First off, Taylor Lautner. Mm-hmm. We try not to do any movies that How Did It Get Made did, though.
Did they do this one?
Yeah, but I think we're clear. It's not like we're doing Can't Stop the Music a week after Can't Stop the Music was on.
Yeah.
Let's see. John Singleton directed it.
Yeah.
It's got Lily Collins, Alfred Molina,
Maria Bello, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, Jason.
Dermot Mulroney.
Ooh. It was nominated for Golden Reel of Dialogue. Wow. Despite negative reception, the film was nominated for a Golden Reel Award for Dialogue and ADR in a feature film.
What's ADR?
ADR is dialogue recorded off screen, used on screen. So all the looping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would see this again.
It was filmed in Pittsburgh, PA. Mm-hmm. Due to the region's tax benefits. Mm-hmm. They also filmed My Bloody Valentine 3D Warrior in the next 3 days there, 2008, 2009. An open call for extras held at CMU drew over 900 people, including Rob Brown. He should have put that in the Wikipedia. Yeah. Many of whom were teenage extras at the Twilight film series. Many of the film scenes were shot in suburban Mount Lebanon and some in Forward Township, some at Hampton High School. The school's name and mascot, the Talbot, appear in the film, as do real students, real cheerleaders, and the marching band. Mm-hmm. This has a 4% review on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ugh, it was bad, I remember.
A soulless and incompetent action thriller that not even a veteran lead actor can save, let alone Taylor Lautner. Kyle Smith in the New York Post said, actual abduction may be preferable to watching this movie. Mm-hmm. As long as your kidnappers don't force you to make you watch it. Adding that Taylor Lautner has all the acting chops of Bert from Sesame Street. He can't carry a movie any more than Abigail Breslin could carry a refrigerator. Jesus Christ, people were ready to go off. It actually made money. He was nominated for Worst Actor for it, the Golden Raspberries. Also for Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. He won Best Choice Teen Choice Awards for Best Movie Actor and Best Action Actor. He lost the Golden Raspberry to Adam Sandler for Jack and Jill. And Just Go With It. So, there you go. I think we should see that movie.
Yes. I'm
interested now that we've read Rob's letter. Because Rob's been an extra in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
And he's also shot a lot of movies too. He's been a cameraman and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's made his own Wikipedia page.
Is he allowed to have one?
I think you can make your own. This is still an episode about him. We'll take all his Facebook pictures. Mm-hmm. That's not him, by the way.
Maybe he's his Robert.
I mean, he was in The Dark Knight Rises. He's an extra in it.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. That's not him. Well, maybe. I don't think he's black. Were you in Coach Carter and Finding Forrester? No. Rob? Were you in Treem? Were you Delmit LeBrew on the show Treem, shot in Louisiana? Because I don't think you were. No. Well, you were not Alan in Dark Knight Rises. No. Were you a black actor I might want to work with? Listen now. So you didn't make your own Wikipedia, page yet for IMDb, which is good.
We should make one.
We should have one for us. Mm-hmm. Movies we don't want to see. Mm-hmm. So that's another episode
of Being Us About Films.
What's going to be the next movie? We have a ton.
Oh my God.
We went crazy today.
We have to start going in order, I think.
Of movies. We're going to buy another bookcase this week to hold all our movies. Mm-hmm. Yesterday we watched a new, little plug here. Mm-hmm. The Trailer Trash Blu-ray set. We watched one of them, the new one. Just came out this week. Mm-hmm. We bought it at the drive-in as well. And there are so many good trailers on it. Mm-hmm. And there's one, well, it's on the original one for Stoner, which I'm a big fan of. And it has, what's his name from Honor Majesty's Secret Service?
Saxon?
No, not John Saxon. You would think if John Saxon.
Lazenby?
George Lazenby.
See, I know.
Is in it.
I'm learning.
Yes. And when they made the Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie in the 80s, they made a Get Back Together Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie. Mm-hmm. George Lazenby was in it. And they acted like they never said he was James Bond, but they really intimidated that he was James Bond. Do you know how I was so excited? I was probably like 11 or so. Mm-hmm. I got up and ran through the house screaming about George Lazenby. That's my dad and I watched that. It's like 3 hours on regular TV. Yeah. On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Diana Riggs in it from the show The Avengers. Did you watch that? And Patrick McNee, they're like secret agents. All he has is an umbrella for a weapon. And she wears a cat suit all the time. And they fight cyborgs and stuff. It's the same guy who directed Dr. Phibes. So if you like the way Dr. Phibes look and you want to watch 45 minutes a week of a British show. Yeah. And whenever they made the second one, Joanna Lumley from AbFab took over for her. They're all great. So, but my excitement of whenever they had the Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie and George Lazenby was in it, I could not be contained. He would have played James Bond a lot more, but he became a hippie. He wanted to grow his beard out. Yeah. And it was part of the rules that he wasn't allowed to have a beard. Also, he was supposed to date one woman at a time, and he's like, it was 1969.
I dated
in London, and there were hippie women everywhere.
Everywhere.
He's like, what would you have done? And he was a model. He actually didn't even know how to act. He went to Cubby Broccoli's office. He told me he wanted to be James Bond. They said, have you ever acted? And he goes, oh, yeah, lots of times. He had never acted. So we have a lot of movies. We bought a lot of Hammer movies. It's a split down the middle between horror movies and 90s romantic comedies that we bought. Maybe, Angela, you know what we should do for the next movie? We should make a circle of films for Angelo.
And see which one he picks.
And see which one he picks. Pick it, Ange. He said Kentucky Fried Movie.
No.
He said Strange Brew. Well, that's all we have for this episode. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you
at
the
movies.
Good night.